North Dakota players have not necessarily been so far, David.
Ball is up, we are underway. It goes right to Michaela Ammer. Fortuitous tip, and UND scores the first two. Hill kicks it back out. Amber Scalia on the drive, rejected by Fatigue.
15 points a game in Summit League play, but she moves so well without the basketball, makes herself available.
Nevaeh Ferrara, Horde inside, nice move. Scalia got caught up inside, kick back out. Opichka strong on the three.
And those are bad shots, I think, within the framework of what St. Thomas wants to do. You've just got to knock down some threes.
Kira Pemberton, coast to coast.
And those are the ones, I think, if you're St. Thomas, you would love to have back. But you saw a glimpse of how fast Jade Hill is with the ball.
Speaking of fast, the other way, Michaela Ammer for three.
This is not a group that's played with a ton of pace throughout the course of this season. So to see North Dakota want to get out and go a little bit here makes me think that they understand in the games that they played St. Thomas, you can't necessarily just become half-court dominant.
Amber Scalia, 7 straight for St. Thomas.
Get out and go. They don't necessarily want to be in a huge half-court battle.
Langman tried to save it from going out of bounds, but it went right to Michaela Ammer. In transition, Pemberton all the way.
And that's where she is just so gifted. She started 3 games last year, just 1 has given them close to 12 minutes a game off the bench in Summit League play. But I think one of those pieces is that without Schiller in those 2 fouls, you got to figure out a way.
Scalia was long on a 3, but then Jade Hill rips it away from Jayla Owen. Hill rejected by Ibrahim.
In that turnover margin number, and it has been an Achilles heel in multiple games.
Straight on 3, splashes through for Alyssa Sand in off the bench.
Well, one of the picks of the all-freshman team this year in the Summit League. And she has been incredibly efficient, just shy of 20 minutes a game in conference play and shooting close to 56%.
Pemberton backing down Opichka.
As a team, they were 8 of 10 in the 4th quarter. Schiller herself was 6 of 8.
Down low, Langman had position. Good defense from Ibrahim.
That the 6'2 senior has had. She's drawn a ton of attention, but we know that's because you see a lot of different looks defensively from UND.
And there you see the skill of the freshman of the year, Jocelyn Schiller.
On the floor for St. Thomas, I think you got to clear that lane. You got to continue to give him that space.
Jayla Owen with a corner 3.
I feel like that's been very much part of their makeup all season.
Scalia driving inside, another rejection from Ibrahim. She's got 3.
Yeah, you've got to be able to identify. Rim protection is there.
Schiller pulls up and puts it in.
A freshman stepping into a big spotlight and taking care of business. This year, she continues to be a shooter, but I think the one thing you like to see, Josin, just so impressed with the 6'2 sophomore, David, because she does the one thing that's so hard to teach. She stays vertical.
And she was certainly vertical there on offense. Hill in the corner for 3. A little too strong. Langman, the O board. Another rejection.
Her size and her length can be a huge asset. We've already seen her step out and knock down a 3 in this first half.
Pemberton all alone, hangs and hits.
Play the #1 seed tomorrow, and I think both of these teams understanding what's at stake.
Winner of this game will face the top seed, South Dakota State. There's Kaya Hurst with a block. Michaela Ammer back in for North Dakota. Her and Schiller both playing here with 2 fouls. Schiller the spin and the hit. What a move by the freshman.
So talented.
Schiller, another spin and another hit.
Over an outreached hand that time of Phoebe Frenzel. Now just with under a minute to go as they push pace. This is a big possession here for St. Thomas.
And they capitalize. Amber Scalia, she's in double figures now with 12.
She's got to continue to be aggressive. I think they've settled for those mid-range guarded jumpers. That 3 in transition, much more in rhythm for Amber Scalia.
Schiller trying to go high-low to Pemberton. Nice catch, better finish.
Segment about Kira Pemberton that her 6 mates all within that 5 to 6 foot range, and that's where she's been most effective. Gets her second chance there, back on the offensive glass, and yet another one.
Schiller tried another spin. That one was short. Offensive rebound, Ibrahim. third opportunity. Nevaeh Ferrara-Horn.
That UND offense on the last possession, much more stagnant.
Scalia will wind it up again and connect.
High volume shooter for Amber Scalia. So can UND avoid that scoring slump? Can they keep their foot on the gas and be aggressive like they were in the first 20 minutes?
Lead is 3 for North Dakota. This has been a tight contest throughout. Ferrara-Horn, step through with the left.
Those ISOs on that low block. Couple possessions you know St. Thomas would love to have back.
How about Jayla Owen? 2 threes off the bench for North Dakota.
Big at 46-38, and if you are St. Thomas, the momentum continues to build, and back-to-back threes by Jayla Owen for North Dakota, and they've pushed this over double figures.
One of those Canadians, Kira Pemberton, off on the lane. There are 7 Canadians on this Fighting Hawk roster. Hill got rejected inside.
So if you notice, that's why UND makes that decision.
It is definitely an interesting look, and it's not just on the first free throw. It is throughout as Pemberton goes back to work. Swing it over. Lamker will wind up a 3 and connect.
And that's a big shot right there from the 6-foot senior.
Ibrahim got the step on Langman. Langman was looking for a foul.
Yeah, you've got to play through. No whistle. You've got to go. And right now, these officials have let him play. It has been physical. They've made the adjustments. But right now, you cannot trade bucket for bucket. If you're St. Thomas, you need stops.
Down low, Langman got position.
It's one of the things she just does so well. You watch that footwork.
Ibrahim fake the handoff, drive inside, put it in.
We have seen that multiple times today.
Hill looking for some action. The crossover with the left, can't finish. Offensive rebound, Langman. Opichka, second chance points. Pemberton tried to feed it inside. Ibrahim somehow corralled the loose ball.
Felt like it was almost going to be a broken play.
Largest lead has been 11 from North Dakota, but it's remained in that 5 to 7 point range for most of the second half. Opichka, another triple.
She hit one earlier in this quarter. You're going to give her that space. So much attention now inside on Joe Langman. That's going to open up that three-point shot.
Pemberton on the drive with the left.
She has just used and abused.
Pemberton, tough angle, got it to go.
She has been so good here this afternoon, and you can see she understands.
Scalia working off a screen, tried to go back to Langman, picked off. Up ahead, Pemberton, Ferrara-Horn for 2. They've been able to play at this pace while keeping control of the ball.
You're going to circle anything on that stat chart. I have a feeling that will be one of them. Right. But when necessary, UND made the plays down the stretch, whether it was finishes and buckets at the rim. They stepped forward, made free throws, 4 by Pemberton, 2 big ones by the freshman Schiller.